My homies keep on checking you out. They wishing to be yours and they taking you out. It's getting to my head and they pissing me off. I got some real ones and they tipping me off. I know you from the inside out. We do some real talking at my mama's house. We finna get something for $1. We might just hit home in a Honda. But are you ready? I am ready. Don't keep me waiting. I'm okay. I'm just minutes away. You can call me day.
So, record right? Episode
39.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to another episode of the ByoPodcast Ingxoxo 99. Before starting anything, if you're not subscribing to this channel, please just press here. Of course, I'm looking stupid now because Alina Alboni Ruto Pedalawan.
But maybe click it down there.
Maybe click it like corner. I want a corner. As click in. Pa. Yeah, boy. Today we're joined by TikTok star. TikTok star Ndoyisile and Sibindi. Let's keep on.
Loto, how are you?
Not even.
Just go as the way prepared in the corner. So
very red, very.
The right, the red.
Slay Cohost, Fuchi. Bro.
Big juice. Big mozzarella.
Yeah.
Kbrizzy.
Kbrizzy is a Cohost today. Basically, interview last week episode. You're going to shower. You go and put it this week.
Tell you, superstar influence.
Because Fungu ate that. Fungu ate that. So yeah, how do people introduce you when you're doing interviews or shows? Are you a TikTok star or?
Nope.
What else do you do?
I do a lot of things.
Yeah.
I'm also a fashion designer. I'm also a fashion stylist.
Okay.
Part-time model. Yeah.
In the underwear. Is it a brand or?
Yeah, it's a brand.
What is it about?
By Ndoyisile. That's the whole lingerie and underwear brand.
Okay.
And then there's Ndoyisile as a brand.
Yeah.
Well. So it's two separate brands.
Yeah.
And the underwear, is it men and women?
Why are you not winning stock?
We do proper research here.
I'm a professional.
Like
we have
say
to find
the
out.
research here too before sends the interview. So
so basically it's for everyone. It accommodates everyone. So it accommodates men, it accommodates women as well. And then we just have everything for everyone.
I'm a something.
I was sure.
If
you would say it, ngabe sine underwear party man.
Hey, vele ngavele sesigala vele already because already ngani ziyakhala vele. Okay, so how is it like growing up with the grandmother and the single mother? Set up yakho njani?
It has its ups and downs. I mean, firstly, it's a female headed household.
Okay.
So you know how women are talkative and stuff and also. So now you end up being talkative because you grew up in that environment. But like there are people that love talking too much and whatsoever. So
like, do you remember the ups and the downs when you're growing up?
Yeah, I do.
Which were they? Like, if you can break it down maybe in a minute.
Okay, the ups are definitely the love.
Okay.
And also the fact of like, like they sort of like treat you like an egg, you understand? So whatever you want, you get most of the time.
Totozo.
And exactly. You can put it like that.
Yeah.
And then the downs, I wanna offset uphume ngifuteke. Awula kuncengana whatsoever. So nje once izinto zichinja abakutshela ukuthi
So can you say your parents were strict?
My grandmother was.
or your grandmother was strict.
Yeah.
Because most of the times, omakriza babatotoza abazulu. Kumbe ncenga abakathesi.
No, zomakriza basoft. Maybe ukuthi lathi siyaphuzuka lapha.
So like, do you remember one time umakriza lapha kutrape khona?
A lot of times.
Oh, and then lapha kushaka not too much.
No, I remember like when this thing you would like mawushayisa isikolo uyazi ukuthi mawushayisa esikolweni ushayisa ngo4. So definitely by 4:15 kumele ususendlini. So once sokushaya 20 past, half past, so 5 ungekho endlini. Hayi uzochaza ke ukuthi udlule ngapi bekusenzakalani lo bani. So that was the whole situation because bengathanda ukuthi like sibe phandle yabo befuna ukuthi masishayisa esikolweni sibe straight endlini. So yeah, that was one incident when I came home late. No, I wanna like mawushayisa esikolweni obvious like I enjoy ama walk nabangani and also like just talking about random stuff and whatsoever. So I'll beg in esikhathi ukuthi okay sokusiba late yabo but uthufika endlini
nanzelele late so bekuchanga ngani
yo at home ne bekunesihlahla sama pinches. Yes, sama pinches. So vele that was a favorite tree ubengaphuzi sometimes vele uyamthola ese-ready esevele esekhile lo swazi lwakhona walibeka ngemva kwesofa uyathi ungena ukhiphe uniform yakhala.
But do you think indlela abazali ade besithitha ngayo kwesichaka khona kube kuyinto sharp like can we thank them now ukuthi sikhule saba abantu abasharp ngokuthi besishaya njalo?
I think it's 50-50. Because I feel like right now even like umntwana bangamkhuza kahle ngomlomo uyalalela and then ayenze lokho akufunayo. So I think kudala bekune that thing yokuthi vele like umntwana mafuna ukuthi alalele kumele umshaye. Yebo, exactly.
Yeah.
So but now izinto zichinjeni.
Alright, so stay like lapha ngibala khona angizange ngabona kukhulunywa ngomdala ubaba wakho. Like, are you comfortable talking about your dad?
Yeah, I am.
How is your relationship like since angibonanga ku mentioned laphana?
I never had a relationship with him. So I never had a relationship with him. I never got to meet him. But then as I grew older, yeah, I did try reaching out and whatsoever, but yeah, we just besingatholani kahle. So I just had
like,
to.
You would say the bulk of like what was your parental figure was abantu bangomama.
Yes.
Or is it okay?
So how is the relationship right now? Like Lomdala, are you still talking to him?
No, we don't talk. I haven't talked to him in 2 years. If I'm not mistaken. There's no relationship, but there's no relationship.
Well, there was nothing to begin with.
There was no relationship in the beginning.
But do you remember the last conversation you had? Like,
yeah, I do.
What was it about?
No, it was when I was asking to see him because I had to go back to Zimbabwe. And so I told him, Mangfika SA, that was in 2019. Mangfika SA, it was around November 2019. I told him, say SA and whatsoever. And then he was like, oh, I'll make a plan to come and see you. Because he lives in Pretoria.
All right.
So he was like, okay, cool, I'll make a plan and come and see you. But then December, January, February, 3 February, I was going back to Zimbabwe 2020. And then I told him, during that week, I told him, like, okay, I'm going back to Zimbabwe. I would have loved to meet you before I go back.
Yeah.
And then his response was like, why are you calling me now? Yini, sokushota imali. That's why sendingifuna manje. So that's why I was like, no.
Yeah,
no, I mean, like, you went there for the past whatsoever years. Now, and whatsoever. I'm like, no, dude, we don't do like that. So
don't do like that.
Yeah, that was the last conversation I had with him.
Dang.
Can I ask?
Yeah.
Who's tall between your mom and your dad? Because maybe people might not know this. Because people might not have an idea how tall you actually are.
Actually, both of them average height.
Both of them are average height.
Apparently, my grandfather was the one who was tall. So I guess I got
this
everything
crazy,
from
bro.
him.
Because anyone who knows me knows I'm the tallest guy around.
But today,
so anyone who's watching this who knows me needs to hear that today I met someone taller than me. And this only happens once every 10 years.
Every 10 years.
So, how is your primary and secondary experience in terms of education? What kind of social being were you? Like, approachable, scholar? bungumuntu wabantu ngibuli
ubuhlekisa because these days uyahlekisa. These days ufani.
Yeah, like I've always been funny my whole life, but then it's just that like not everyone understood my sense of humor. You know, so primary education or high school education, yes, I was a little approachable and whatsoever, but then ngang limitations because I've always been that person who believes in friendship. Okay. So to me it's like the circle of friends that I have, I should keep it like that.
So do you still have your primary school friends right now?
No.
Maybe ndawo
obani baqambi kathesi sibe sibabukela i-podcast nabangani bakho wabhala la content
primary la engobhala la content
baqambi sibazi
engobhala la content
ando senwe indevu akula muntu amazi akula muntu omngane primary
no sazama ukukhumbula ukuthi but secondary bakona
hayi secondary sonke sesingavela abana sonke sasesinama way dreams
yeah
oh wow
that's bonded in puberty
yeah sasihlanganiswa ngokunye
bonded in puberty laba.
Okay, so I don't want to assume anything on this interview, so most of my questions, as I said before, Skalizan, are not from a point of being homophobic or ignorant. We just want to know. We just want to learn. So, are you part of the LGBTQIA plus community? Did I say that
right? It's LGBTQ plus. Okay. So nabo I nabo A whatever.
But go TikTok utini.
Or LGDSTV. Because like they're always eating, like almost every year they're always eating something. They're always eating something. So
so wait, which part of the community are you? Like, do you fall under?
Yeah, I do fall under the community.
Which part is exactly, like the gay part or
the G part? So that's the gay part. Yeah.
Okay. So like, what's the difference between all these sections?
Okay, there's L is for lesbians, so that's girls dating other girls, and then G, that's gays, like boys dating boys, and then B, that's a guy that's bisexual, by the way. So yeah, so it's a guy that can date both a girl and a guy.
You were better.
Yeah, you can put it like that. And then T, that's transgender. So it's a guy that it's LGBT. Yeah, Q whatsoever. Yeah. So T, that's transgender. So it's either a guy that identifies as a woman, or a woman that identifies as a man. Or a guy, yeah. So that's T for transgender. What else is it? It's LGBTQ.
It's actually
Q is just queer, because like it's like queer. It's an umbrella term, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, queer is for every.
Yeah. So it's everyone under the LG.
Manjo IA so good.
I. Whatever. I is something, and then there's A is ally, if I'm not mistaken. So an ally is a person who's like,
so if I'm heterosexual but I understand
exactly, but you understand and you're comfortable and you are sort of like open-minded enough to be in the same space.
So it's not even as what you talking about?
Yeah, everyone is there.
So
the ally. I mean,
everyone is there. It's just that people focus on the LGBT only, but like everyone is there.
So like,
and then you see the plus. That means there's another letter that is coming soon. It's still loading.
This actually gives me a question, because I wanted to ask Uti, do you feel like everyone who falls under E community in LA, LGBTQ plus IA, DSTV, do you have to be an advocate for the community just because you fall under, or like when a person, do you think it's okay to be one of those people and not have to be on social media fighting the fight, or do you feel like everyone has to participate in fighting the fight?
I think it depends. Yeah, it depends on abantu. There are some who feel like, okay, bangama advocates and they need to fight for the LGBTQ rights and you know advocate for them and put it out there. And then there are some who are just like me who just want to carry on with their lives.
That's actually
like,
a good point, bro.
Yeah.
I understand what he's saying because this it reminds me of the story. This girl or tweeted this week. Did you see this girl who was saying she wrote something? She's a feminist. She's a big feminist, and then she wrote on Twitter that people who think football players are more famous than Beyonce are crazy.
Yeah.
And then do you know what that resulted in? It resulted in people dragging Beyonce.
Yeah.
Beyonce.
But when you're necessary.
Hey, you see what I'm saying? So, you know, with every movement, you always have people who want to fight the fight, but maybe are not as equipped to fighting the fight as other people. That's why I wanted to.
Okay. So, like, when growing up, did you ever date women? Or very...
I did, unfortunately. Unfortunately.
Like, do you remember your last relationship?
I do.
Was it recently?
No, it wasn't recent. It was when 2-3 years back, if I'm not mistaken.
That sounds like recent.
No, the thing with me is like I never got, or I was never in a position where I can like actually chase after a person. So I would always get these people being like, "Oh, you look cute. I like you." And then it starts like that.
Wait, 2 meters, good job.
Yeah, bro. So and then let me like during that time I was in Zim during that time. So I wasn't like well informed about everything, and also you know this whole thing of trying to fit in because you're seeing your friends are dating girls and whatsoever, and then you're like, oh okay, I'm given a chair so that I can fit in and be like, oh.
But growing up in a conservative society like Escotini, did you ever feel ashamed or unsafe because of your sexuality?
Ashamed, no.
Okay.
Unsafe, yes. But then like I said, when I was in Zim, I wasn't as like open about myself as I am right now. And also the other thing was like it's I can say like not everyone knew. It's only a few that could pick up and whatsoever.
Okay.
But like I just didn't want to make everything obvious and whatsoever. But then since like I grew up in a community where I was like born there, raised there and whatsoever, so people had that thing, were like, oh no, he's like that, and they always say to like, no, he's too clean. So like he's the type of a gent, he's the type of a gent, like he's too clean and whatsoever. So we understand why he's acting like this because too clean. So that was that.
Ukugogolana wathi indoda umile nukislama.
Yathi indoda umile nukislama.
Indoda umile ngathi yanuka something. Ngana unuki. Siyathi ha.
Do you remember kwaba lama instances la nokuthi when growing up those grandmothers or aunts I recently saw a video so when growing up didn't you experience some of your relatives saying that
wabanjwa amajita?
Well, my sisters used to pick that up, but then I think the only reason why they picked that up is because like they were friends with this transgender girl, whatever.
Escotini.
Yeah. So they were friends with him. You see, that's one thing that is
we don't want to assume
that's the thing with the whole transgender thingy, because you don't know like how to refer to a person like their pronouns, because there are some who are like, okay, transgender, they cross-dress, but they still prefer to be referred to as he, him, his.
Okay.
So they dress like a woman.
What are like pronouns?
No, mine are him, his. It's he, him, his. Yes.
Okay. So like currently right now, how is the relationship between you and your family? Like just kuluma from abazali, extended family, like friends, are you in good books labo, or you're just umuntu lwano ozidlalela yedwa?
Friends and Kulenabo. I think I only have one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bani is like
My primary.
No one knows it. Not even primary. It's high school. Yeah, it's high school.
No, but I feel like if ungakhuluma ibizo lakhe lapho bona la anga appreciate.
No, like her name is Donali.
Yeah,
Donali
because
Ndlovu.
pela this is a famous podcast.
Global
No, I get
platform,
you.
baba.
I get you.
We are international.
International.
Yeah, so mawukhuluma ibizo lakhe. So uthe relationship with a friend is okay?
Yeah.
A family?
Okay, I would like to believe that you are okay because ever since I came out, we've never met.
Oh, when did you come out? When did you officially come out?
Last year. Yeah,
Yeah,
last
in
year.
TikTok.
April. No, not TikTok.
Abadala
For me to come out, we drama nje. It was
Yeah.
we nkalakatha drama nje, and bekunama fights involved to an extent ukuba sihlala isikhathi singasakhulumisana and
It's
whatsoever.
the family.
So yeah, the family.
But now silly khuluma, are you in talking terms?
Yeah, now we're in talking terms.
Oh, that's good. So why did you drop out of university?
No, like no, like to be honest, I can say the bullying was getting to me.
At
It was
university
getting
level.
to me. So when we got to a point where my mom was like, "Hey, I'm having challenges with your fees and whatever," I was like, you know what, don't bother, because I saw no reason for me to go back to a place where I kept on being bullied. You understand?
Yeah.
And like the funny part is like it's not like I was the only person on campus that I was gay, but then the attack was towards me.
Is it?
Like,
So
do you
that's the
think
only thing that was annoying
maybe why you were experiencing bullying, was it because were you open about it? And
I
those
think so.
people
Or mood.
that were not
Yeah, exactly.
then labanye ngiyakuzwa uthi you were not the only gay person there. Like labo bebe visible like that, like bebe
Super visible.
like that. But bebe attack on okay.
But like the attack was on me, so I never understood. Like, okay, you are, because like even like when it comes to creating like friendships on campus, I didn't do that. Being involved in like campus and the politics at campus and whatsoever.
Yeah,
understand. But like these people, these other gays, it's politics, protest and whatsoever.
Yeah.
But then they never got bashed or attacked. But then like me nanje, if I just step outside, go by kalakata end up.
No. Or Cosmute.
you have a question?
Or was this here or was this back home?
No, it was back home in Lupane. I was in Lupane station.
LSU.
Yeah, I was in
Okay.
LSU.
Lama
Okay, I
from the
understand.
Lupine. But you not great.
I couldn't get that. I was like, no, I can't handle this.
Like, yeah, story listening actually interesting.
Okay. Mina, I wanted to ask. You said something about when you came out. When you came out Usula in SA. So do you feel like really there's a huge difference in the way society looks at being gay between back in Zimlala?
Yeah, it's totally different, especially considering the fact that like homosexuality is still illegal in Zim. So abantu banokusaba, understand? To be out and whatsoever, and also even those that have been gay for the longest time, you understand?
They have to.
They are not like out there, so it becomes difficult to go like, okay, you go and seek information from who and whatsoever, or you go to a gay club and you feel comfortable, you understand?
But have you dated a person that didn't want to be known out there with they are gay?
Have I? Oh yes, I have.
What was it?
The tea is sizzling.
I have both in Zim and in SA.
Well,
a
man and a daughter.
We're working.
Forest.
We're working with Ndumi. So.
Yo,
Can I get you another cup, bro?
Refill.
Yeah.
Cooking Nandi.
Popo.
Very delicious.
Refill.
Then when do you start creating content?
I started creating content this year, around February.
Oh, you blew up fast, bro.
Yeah, it was. But I've had my account since 2019.
Yeah.
But the blow up was this year.
Yeah.
Like, were you anticipating, Guti, if I do this video, it's trending? Or wapongo ANC video, and you're like, let me just do this video.
No, it's actually funny because like I just saw I'd totally given up on this whole content creating thingy, or content creation thingy. But then like I saw I tried to sit down and think of what exactly can I put out? Like what kind of content can I create?
Yeah.
Because like everyone now on TikTok, everyone is dancing, everyone is whether it's lip singing or whatsoever, everyone is doing something.
Or pranking their girlfriend or boyfriend.
Exactly. And some are buying BMWs and then they're not seen in their yards and whatsoever.
So
it's just crazy. It's just crazy. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
So when I started creating content, I actually had to sit down with myself and think about what exactly can I do? And then I came across this girl from Korea who was doing content, addressing parents. Then I was like, this is nice. I've never seen this. Let me try it.
Yeah.
And then I did like one video where I was like, talking to parents and whatsoever.
Yeah.
And then that's the first video that blew up. And then I was like, okay.
So in one of your videos, you are expressing with how black parents might react to a situation where one is come out as gay. Did you experience that in real life, or you were just creating it for content?
No, it's not for content actually. It's things that I went through.
Is it?
Was it LGBT DSTV?
Actually for that statement, someone just commented under my videos and whatsoever, because I had used LGBTQ. The word that I used was LGBTQ. And then then someone said like DSTV. And then I was like, I like this. I'm going to use it. And then I used it and it blew up.
But don't you as the community find that offensive? Maybe mina ngingumgcini so bangathi sithi kathi awujele uhamba ndabana u-LGBT DSTV GPV, like, is that offensive?
To some it might be offensive. I think it depends on who's using that word.
That's true.
Okay.
Because for someone, if you like approach someone, then you say boys to girls, they might take offense. But not just because I created content and made fun out of the whole word, they just accept it and just laugh it off.
Boys to girls.
Yeah.
What's that? Is that like a slur also?
Like there's LG DSTV, there's boys to girls, then there's Bafana Kebanyan.
Oh, I don't know. Okay. So that's common lingo these days. Boys to girls.
So I think it's a situation like black people with the N word.
Exactly. It depends on who's saying it.
It depends on
the context in which it's said.
Yeah,
it's true.
But okay, seeing what you podcast, like podcasting space, and we somehow talk about what's happening community, and business khulume ezinye izinto ezingaba disturbing. Like, what are the top 5 things that might get you cancelled?
Or get people triggered.
Yeah, or get people triggered, because we just want to know before. Like mana ngwenze kube more like easier. See, podcast isinje sisaqalisa yabo i-advice bani ongasinika yona ukuthi yiziphi izinto ongamelanga sizenze concerning the community.
I can't really say, but like obviously it's hate speech and like homophobia terms or homophobic terms and whatsoever. But then I'm just like, in as much as I can say homophobic terms, people use those words and they make fun out of the whole situation. Like for example, boys to girls is a homophobic term. But right now we create content about it and laugh about it. So I think it goes back to like how you use those words, who is using those words.
It's true. This actually leads me to ask a question. I wanted to find out, when you grew up, did you grow up in a Christian household?
Yeah, I grew up in a Christian household.
Okay, so do you identify as a Christian? So do you think it's possible to be, okay, from my knowledge of what Christianity is, do you think it's possible to be a Christian and be part of the LGBTQ DSTV?
Very possible. And you know what's funny? This is what people don't know. Like the most gayest people in the whole world. I want to father base Roma. Oh, father base Roma. Like those are the gayest people in the world. So like it's not about like Christianity or Hinduism or Muslim or whatsoever. It's about like umuntu and how they feel or how they identify.
So when I'm a Christian start attacking the community, how do you feel when as a Christian?
I don't feel anything. I honestly don't.
I want to
anything.
be tough guy.
No, like I think maybe it's because I've been bullied to an extent where like nothing hurts or surprises me anymore.
Because I was about to ask Uguti, how do you handle negativity on social media?
I don't. I just block Nje. I just block. If you see me responding to anyone, like because if you go to my page, you would see like 2-3 videos of me responding to like negative comments. But if you see me responding, you're bringing content. You're content to post and everything. 2-3 days.
You are just in it for it.
Exactly, just to post something. And it's actually funny because most videos that I post when I'm tracking people, those are the videos that get most views or most interaction.
So like, it's crazy. Which are the maybe 4 people that you've dragged on TikTok?
I don't know. I don't know their
names. Don't give them a platform. Vele, don't give them a platform.
I don't know their names, but it's people who are always commenting like
about hate speech
stuff and whatsoever, and then I just respond to that and
like who are your top 5 TikTokers right now? Your favorite TikTokers?
Yo,
Obatanda.
Unfortunately, it's me. It's me 5 times.
5 times.
Yeah. I don't get along with a lot of TikTokers.
Why?
Because firstly they're fake. Like they're very fake, and it's annoying because like people like okay they behave like they don't know you and whatsoever, but then when they see you like now getting attention whatsoever, they now start DMing you and then start asking for collaborations, you creating content for them because bonabasana content.
So TikTokers have like meet and greets and platforms and what are the same way like rappers and DJs do.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
They even have but TikTok Fare Events and whatsoever.
What
is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
All of those.
So when have you been invited before?
I've never been invited to any, and it might be because I offended a lot of TikTokers.
Like, who do you think you offended whilst you're doing your?
I
won't mention them, but there are a lot.
No, because kube mnandi yebo kuvele nje kube mnandi. Kbrizzy, do you have any question?
100%. Here's my next question.
Yeah,
I wanted to ask Uguti, when do you have intentions of having a family? And obviously when I say family, I mean in a construct here family unit that we know.
Unfortunately it's different because it's going to be like a dad and a dad and then kids. So yes, I want to have a family, but then for us it's quite expensive because it's either like, but it's surrogacy.
Or something.
It's surrogacy one way or the other. Even if like you were to get a person who's like, okay, I can like carry your child. But then the unfortunate part is like you can't sleep with them. Some can, can, but then you.
Did you say the unfortunate part? Were you looking forward to it?
The unfortunate part.
The unfortunate part.
No kids for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how it is. But like, yeah.
Okay, so with okay, now you did mention a concept of surrogacy. Is that what like most homosexual couples are looking at as a means of, or there's like terms of adoption or stuff like that?
There's adoption as well, but some just want like their biological kids.
Because
what's tricky? Like especially most people nowadays, they just do this whole thing of like dating a girl, impregnating the girl.
Is it?
And then they start to come out of the closet and be the
get
girls
it over
and
fast.
whatsoever. So that's what they do. That's what they do.
Okay.
Because even with these 30-year-olds and whatsoever, you
Yeah.
find like umuntu who has 5 kids, and now that they are 30,
And then they come
start-
out.
Then
Yeah,
they
so
come out, and then they start acting all gay and whatsoever. And then I was like, okay, what are you doing? It's
Like, have you dated a celebrity before, or a well-known person?
was
Fine,
that a relationship? Well, I don't know. I don't know if I can call that a relationship, but I've been with someone who's like in the public eye.
You heard it here first, folks.
Hi, bo. I'm a bit Yo, people's name.
You heard it here first, folks.
This is a safe space. Like,
Nah,
no one watches this podcast. Vele siyarekhodela lapha siqede nje sivale nje sambe endlini yabona kula bantu ababukelayo.
Angeke.
Ngubrazzo wala.
Yeah, like he's South African.
Mbani how?
Okay.
Awufuni vele kusitshele vele. Okay, so are you planning on going to Zim anytime soon? Just to visit here, and what do you think would be the reception
Since you came out, when you came inside.
out? Yeah.
Have you been home since you came out? Actually, that should be the first question.
I haven't been home since I came out.
Are you looking forward to it?
So it's not like I'm looking forward to it or expecting any reaction or whatever, but I just want to be home and, you know, just go and see my siblings and my family. But then I know that it's going to be uncomfortable for me because I'll have people staring, and then now it's only this whole thing of pointing fingers. We're like, oh, Nguye Lona and whatsoever, stuff like that.
But Belazuli celebrity, right?
Yeah,
Superstar.
but then I always told myself, like, when I'm going to Zim, I won't announce. I'll just I'll just go there, be there for a week or so, and then come back.
Airport.
Yo, I do. The guy with the beard, ne?
Uyakwazi ukwenzana?
I don't know.
Like ubenches to hlangabeza ama celebrity airport.
Oh, serious.
Oh,
Sounds
serious.
That's what he does.
Yeah.
Thina lesi sazama
Lathi sazama ukuthi ngempela sengasihlangabeza.
So umsebenzi wakhe.
Umsebenzi wakhe like
that's what he does.
He's very good.
He's a promoter.
Yeah, he's a promoter.
Oh.
So unless kulande airport. Ngezothoka kolanda umnangi kakho airport.
Yeah. Yo.
I have a question here that I wanted to ask. I heard you earlier talking about some people who get maybe 3 or 4 kids, and then they get into their 30s and then they start acting gay or whatever. Or I don't want to put it the wrong way. So once again, I need to highlight Uchilo what you don't want to always be considered as a front runner for LGBTQ. So your opinion is just your personal opinion. It doesn't cover across the board. So my question was, do you think sexual preference is a matter of uzalunjalo, or maybe your environment also assists, or sungazalwa ule inclination to have a certain sexual preference and then your environment helps you become that?
It's a little bit tricky, right? Okay, there are people who are like actually born like that, like you are born gay, and then now it depends on the community that you grow up in. If you grow up in a community that is accepting and open-minded and whatever, and then it becomes easy for you to.
Hey, Manchester United. Manchester United 2, Manchester City 6. Asikwazi ukuthi said isqedi podcast. Yobeza kuyinga.
17-4.
Bengifuna ukubuza ukuthi like, do you make money nge-content?
With content, yeah.
So what was your biggest check like that you've made using content?
Like, I can't really say the amount, but then okay, some of the money that I've made that I consider big was like 10K that I did for
one video
that I got from a brand.
Dang.
For one video, yeah.
So limali, man.
Not as such, because I mean, like, when that money came in, that's why like I moved from where I was staying, then went to Parktown.
Okay.
So when that money came in, I was like, okay, I need to upgrade. Like in terms of where I live.
Like, I have another question. I think I'm asking this on behalf of most straight men. Like you post something on social media, Instagram, because that's where we post our drip.
When I do send Instagram.
Calculated drip mtas.
Post
it upana tamatis nikalam. Post it upana ku Instagram laba. Then saying to a comment from some people that are part of the community. Maybe we Mlilo. Maybe bajomunya hey uya baba yabo
bese basalo mlilo eceleni.
So mina umbuzo wami ukuthi how do I respond to such comments without being homophobic or showing disrespect doing?
It depends on what your goal is, and also how well you know a person. Yeah. I mean, okay, if you are money driven, then if you're money driven, then you be like, okay, you would entertain that person and
check to do something.
Exactly.
But man, ngingam entertainer. Akasoka fune more.
Katulikwala.
Uzofuna more.
So
you think uzothola imali kanjalo nje nama sacrifices along the way.
Like there is a certain amount that you tola entertainer kanti mele.
No, the reason why I'm saying so is because it's actually funny. Like there are straight boys that sleep with rich gays
for the
money. You understand?
But I think vele teenage gents about once wala vele lo muntu maybe same sex amajita to gay vele like
why would you tell them? No, like honestly, that's one thing that you keep to yourself, you understand? But as long as the end of the day you got the guap, you understand? You got the money. So ukuthi uchaza ukuthi imali yakho uyithole kanjani?
So mele nanzelele ezithenga ibhiya kakhulu.
Exactly. And now what are excited? Oh, it's Valentine's. My boyfriend bought me this and that and whatsoever. Tina sabeswas what exactly went down.
Oh, okay.
And then we just.
So can I ask? Are you saying there is a lot of undercurrent going on? Like there's a lot of people who are actually active in the homosexual community, but via fisha.
Yes, like yeah.
Is that still a potent thing?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Umbuzo wami hikuthi like can umuntu alale lo muntu of the same sex,
yes.
Ube straight still, or once you go that
maybe it's bisexual.
No, like you know what happens with this sexuality, like no one is 100% straight. Yeah, well, that tiny feeling that you feel for a person that is of the same sex, you understand?
True. Yeah.
But then it only takes umuntu who is courageous enough to be like, okay, I'm willing to pursue this and reach an extent of sleeping with that person. I mean, it doesn't have to be every day, but that's once in a while thing. Once in a while thingy, you understand? So yeah, that's once in a while thingy.
I don't realize that. So it's like the weekend.
But you whether mina umbuzo wami ukuthi imali yangona ngiyithola cash.
Can you remember ubona uzathola isex uthola imali? Kanti ubona ni?
Yeah, imali yakho vele kube immediate payment if it reflected that same time.
The transaction yabizi.
Exactly. And some yakhona even ukuthola le transaction before nje ama belt siba loose.
Then nyinga umuntu onkhona angathumela imali imbaleke.
They can always reverse the transaction, but like it's rare.
Yeah.
It's rare.
Can I ask,
it's rare.
Do you know? I mean, I'm speaking on behalf of just like common ideologies. A lot of people actually think a lot of homosexuals have money.
Yeah.
So I wanted to find out what's the question with the causality. It's like, is it true that a lot of people in the gay community have money, and is that coming from? They get money and then they become open about their sexuality, or they choose the sexuality
because
and
of
money follows you.
Yeah.
No, like when you have money, you know what, like no one can tell you anything. So that's when you become comfortable
more
with yourself. You understand?
Yeah.
Because you have to, at the end of the day, you pay your own rent, you buy your own food. You understand? But then there are some who are like, okay, they come out and then money follows after. Because like, I mean, when you're out there and then like, okay, so you're getting men hitting on you and also blah 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 blah. And then, exactly, and then you just get
So have you
rich nigga and
have you dated a well-known person before?
Yeah, I have dated a well-known person before. I'm not be so bad.
So my question was, when do you feel like being a content creator in the TikTok space and also being a member of the LGBTQ community gave you an added advantage?
Yeah, it did.
Also, do you believe, especially in the entertainment space?
Yeah, I feel like it's always an added advantage when you are queer, if I can put it that way.
Okay.
Because I mean, like, we've been advocating for gay rights and also, you know, gay inclusion, if I can put it that way.
Okay.
So the fact that someone is out there in the, like, you know, in front of the camera and whatsoever, doing this and that
And
and
being
whatsoever.
proud.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it shows an achievement to what, like, what we have been fighting for is actually like giving birth to results.
Okay, so
yeah.
outside of everything else, do you feel like in the entertainment space, I'm not talking about just in other industries, in the entertainment space, do you feel like maybe gay people are not as persecuted as in other industries? I'm not saying not persecuted, as persecuted as in other industries.
Well, it's a little bit tricky because I mean we have gay characters playing straight roles.
Okay.
So it's a
but
little
that's-
bit
okay.
tricky, but yeah.
But then I guess that's the equality of it all, to be included.
Like the fact that a gay person is on TV and he's playing a straight role and whatsoever, but like for us people who know, we're like, okay, he's part of the community and he's doing well on TV. I feel like that's sort of like an achievement.
Then in closing, my question would be, Asiti just told an opportunity to sit down with all the presidential candidates, bale conference or bale debate. What question would you ask them? One, and what advice would you give all the presidential candidates for Zimbabwe 2023 presidential elections, including us who are also starting a political party?
in the church.
But that's a story for another day.
Now, like, the question will have to be like, why haven't they legalized homosexuality yet? You understand? Because I feel like that's one thing that is sort of like holding people back. Because I feel like if you look at it closely, most successful people in the world are people from the LGBTQ community. You understand? So with them excluding them from everything, politics and whatsoever, that means it's the government or whatever ruling party excluding new ideas and a fresh talent,
a fresh take on things.
Exactly. Understand? Into the government, and then the advice.
Include.
Exactly. Just include everyone. In as much as you say one party or one people and whatsoever, make sure that the gays are also part of that party. You understand? Yeah. I mean, like, we have people studying like our political science and whatsoever, but then they go to other countries to practice that, while they can just graduate from Zimbabwe and actually practice that in Zimbabwe and grow a better Zimbabwe.
Okay, it's cool. Any future projects we can expect from you? Is there any things you're working on?
Definitely a growth of my fashion brand, more content,
more underwear,
and
underwear,
and more traveling, obviously, because I'm actually looking into
music side.
Yes, DJing. Actually considering tapping into the world DJing scene.
What would your DJ name be?
I don't know. I don't know yet, but I always like to keep it natural.
Uncle
so probably DJ Ndumis.
Probably, or I'll just use my name.
Allow us
to
part. Brainstorm a name for you. We'll come up with a name for you.
Give us
the privilege.
Imagine then DJ somebody. No, I just
want
everything to be my
creative.
We'll have a nice sexy name for you. Church today is Satan Fighters. I'm telling you, when we come to a church called Satan Fighters.
So Ado, thank you very much for joining us today. It has been a pleasure
and an honor.
I think we've learned a lot. Angisho guys.
Guys.
Okay, it's fine. But I know, thank you very much for joining. Sikufisela okuhle. Qhubeka ushuti content and thina siza qhubeka subscribe.
Wait, did he say his underscores? Did he say his
And they tipping me off. I know you from the inside out. We do some real talking at my mama's house. We finna get something for $1. We might just hit home in a Honda. But are you ready?